whether it's students or you're in your own career, do you have any like fascinating stories of maybe some bad losses? Obviously we talked about your 75K, but I don't really count that because that wasn't you, but like maybe losses where you learned a lesson, or maybe some exciting wins. Any fun, like, I guess, like grand stories such as that?
Well, I guess my most exciting win was the crash of 87. I managed to exit all my trades. I called my broker and said, "We're going to have a crash, sell everything I own." And he said, "No, this is the biggest bull run in history. You don't know what you're talking about." I said, "Well, I've got charts. I've been looking at my charts and it's clear." And he said, "All right, bring your charts downtown. We'll take a look at them." So I took them down and I showed him what I saw and I showed him what the technical analysis said. And he said, "Those are worthless." I said, "Well, it's my money, so sell everything." So he did. I went to Europe on vacation because I'm waiting for the crash to happen.
Mhm.
And on Friday, it crashed 105 points, which back then for the Dow was a lot of money. And
Wow.
on Monday, it crashed 506 points. On Tuesday morning, I called him back and said, "Buy everything you can get your hands on." So that was easily $1 million.
Wow. And in
Yeah.
the late 80s, so like even better
Mhm.
relative to $1 million now would be amazing. But back then, did he ever say
It was,
sorry to you?
it was
Did
like
he?
10, no,
He
it
didn't
was like,
apologize.
like, it's like $10 million now.
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm a
But
little late on this
that
one,
was
but
my,
congratulations there too.
yeah, that was my most fun win, I think. Um, my biggest loss was in 30 seconds. I lost $15,000 because James Baker, we were having a war in, I don't remember, Iraq, I think, Iran or Iraq or something. There we were at odds and we were shooting scuds at each other. And on the words, he came out on stage and on the words, "Ladies and gentlemen, I regret," the market dropped precipitously, just crashed. And I was long. So, instant loss. I think it was either 13 or $15,000 in a few seconds. And I started calling because back then I called the exchange floor. It still wasn't really computerized and there was no electronic trading. So you had to call the floor. And I called and said, "Get me out of this trade." And they're like, "Not held, not held." And everybody's screaming on the floor back and forth. I said, "What does not held mean?" And he hung up on me. Well, it turns out I had to call around to several different people to find out that not held means I'll take your order, but I'm not held to the current price. So whatever I get you is what you're going to get, and it's crashing. So I managed to exit the trade and I took the loss, but it wasn't much fun.